just finished first practice, getting down to some decent times already for being the first session of the day. I think I did a 13.4 was my best, so I got a little bit of time in me still, but I don't know if the tires are gonna let me do much better. Might end up having to get tires before the races. I was kind of hoping to let these last all weekend, but I got 7 races this weekend, and those are my tires from last weekend, so they've already got, I think, 5 races on them. And if you're not a racer, just kind of for reference, most guys will put a new rear on like every 3 races maybe. Like some of the mid-pack to upper guys will do a new rear every 3 races, and maybe a new front every 6 or so. So to try to do 10 on these, that's going to be a tall ask. But otherwise, P1 pretty good, and I've got one more practice session or qualifying session, and then to get into a couple races today. So here we go. Here we go. Got hail coming in, so I'd say it's definitely time to switch over to rain tires. As long as lightning goes away, we might have enough time to get my first race of the day in. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap the rain tires, be ready to rock and roll straight out of the trailer.
Over is the end of the line, but then you must have known it was just a matter
Alright, so just finished my second race for the day. My races were almost back to back. There was one race in between, but there was only one guy, so they just sent him for a single lap and then sent us right back out. So my first race of the day was on rains, because we had a big thunderstorm come through. Track started off pretty wet, but it dried up during the race. There was pretty much a pretty dry line. So I ended up finishing 5th, and then as I was going around, I was kind of checking out the track and planning on switching back to slicks for my second race of the day. So as soon as I got in, changed my rear over, but then they called us for the next race because, again, they ran the race in between us. They just a single lap brought them in, so didn't really have time to switch both tires. Made it out to grid. Some of the guys didn't get out to the grid in time because they did go to slicks front and rear. I kind of took a gamble doing a wet front and a slick rear, and it was working pretty well for me at first. I held second for the entire race up until the last lap. Chuck came by me in turn 6. Nice move up the inside. I wasn't playing defensive. That was probably my fault. I maybe could have held him off, but he probably would have got me in turn 7 anyway and got me to the corner because he was carrying good speed, full slicks, and he started from hot pit, so he had a pretty big handicap. I had a nice advantage from the start, but I just couldn't turn it into a second place. So I finished 3rd. That's it for me for today. So we're just gonna get ready for tomorrow, and I got 5 tomorrow. We'll see you then. Alright, Sunday morning, some more rain. Big rain came in last night again. So I don't know what the track looks like. They had the tractor out there sweeping and blowing it off, so it might be decent by the time I start racing. My first race is probably around 10:30 or so. One practice session today, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to skip practice because I didn't end up getting tires last night like I was talking about. So I'm going to try to stretch those. Yeah, that basically means as few laps as I can put on them. Basically new for this year, Pirelli and Dunlop are sponsoring the series. And so can't get Bridgestones at the track anymore. So to try to get Bridgestones, it's a whole ordeal. I didn't prepare for it. I didn't get any ahead of time, so I'm just going to try to make these last and see how today's goes. Just put in my laps, not try to do anything special, and hope for the best. that's it for the day, for the weekend. Good battles pretty much throughout the day. Getting ready to pack up now. This last race ended up in third. Was holding second for a bit, and then Nick Johnson, who I've been battling with all weekend, and actually all of the first round too, he got by me. So me and him, he got me a couple times this weekend, I got him a couple times. Really good battles, a lot of fun. And I think I finished the weekend with 3 podiums. I gotta check, so. But definitely stoked. Did what I wanted to do. Made the tires from last weekend, or from last round all this round. So now I just go to the next round at Ozarks, get a fresh set, and see what we can do down there.